Cityside Sports. I'm your host, Rei Tedoco, and I'm here with.
Angel Christmon. You're here with Angel Christmon.
Isaiah Wills-Jackson.
Justin Richardson.
I go to school at a high university. I'm a 3-year starting rugby player, and I'm also the backs coach for the rugby team.
I go to Georgetown College in Kentucky. I'm a cornerback on the football team. I'm a 1-year starter, junior at the moment.
I go to Western Illinois University. I'm a grad student. I play corner here. Now I'm a GA helping out with the corners. And yeah.
Okay, y'all. So we have some pretty experienced individuals in the room, from juniors to master's students. Zay has a lot of eligibility left in his career, but he'll definitely be sharing that with all of us. We're gonna hit two topics today, and we're gonna start with life after high school sports and transitioning to playing in college. What were your expectations, and what is the reality of it? Whoever wants to start first.
So for me, it's kind of different because I'm going in from like a regular high school sport, set schedule, everything like that, to like a club sport. So club is kind of different than D1. So like it's still like we're still like going against like the MAC schools like Kent State, things like that. But instead of like an actual like set schedule, like most D1 athletes, we practice like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's more academic focus, make sure for students, and then we practice from time to time. We do film, and that's pretty much it. Like it's not as intense as I would say like actual D1, but it's still this club. We're still going against other teams, and we still have like actual competition and stuff like that.
As a football player, uh, as a transfer too also, but what was sold to me was it's the same schedule, but it's all year round. It's a business. Uh, Knowing that you gotta take care of your body is the business. So you gotta hydrate, you gotta eat, refuel, all that to make sure your body is your best ability is availability. That's what I was told.
Being at all levels, kind of like I've been JUCO, NAIA, Division One, very repetitive. And sometimes you might get like what Coach Grady would say, don't get bored with the basics. So you just gotta be able to withstand the schedule, because the schedule picks up. Like, yeah, you probably have a little bit more free time because class is not every day. You know, in college, like it's certain days out the week, but practice is every day, same time. Lifting every day, same time. Like, and like study hall, you still gotta keep your grades up. Quizzes, you still gotta remember all that. Like, it's not like you being held like somebody's holding your hand through it, like in high school. Like, okay, you got class every day, same time every day. Instead, that's class is not football, and then football is like more, I would say. So it's like it's just being prepared for anything, whether it's on the field or off the field. Keeping your mind right, the mental aspect of it is very important.
So y'all kind of mentioned it being a business, like you are a brand for the school that you're playing for and the team that you're representing. How would you say this recruitment process or even like joining these types of teams has changed? I know like when I'm in college and I'm like connecting with different athletes, it's definitely harder for them to get outreach from Division 1 schools. And through time, right, when they're that junior, senior looking to transfer, they finally get those types of opportunities. But if they came from a D2, an NAIA, or even club sport, like it was very hard for them to get that recruitment, even though all the resources are out there. So just kind of want to see what you guys think about that, and what you've seen over time.
I don't know, like as far as that, I feel like the recruitment is different just because of the transfer portal. So high schoolers don't get as much attention as they should. Now they're going to other schools because coaches want experience. So if I could get a guy that played behind Ryan Williams or Jeremiah Smith, or go get a true freshman in high school, I'm gonna get the guy that played behind All American. So it's like it really just depends. Like, and if you're at a lower level, you got to be performing at a higher level. Like, you have to show that you have to stand out. So, because I jumped from NAIA to Division 1, like I was blessed to be able to do that. But I asked my coaches, like, I was like, what made you like pick me out of the whole? He was like, they had two corners and it was me versus somebody else, and they chose me because I was All American. So it was like the accomplishments and the things that you win, like they do hold weight, but it's also what you produce, how you act, what your coaches think of you, and how they feel about you will also get you in those situations.
and things like that. You gotta get on the field. Being told that from going D2 and down to NAIA, it is similar. Both is similar, but overall it's different because dudes wanted more at certain levels. You know what I'm saying? And being able to know what you gonna do that's gonna make them money, make sure they keep their jobs. Because if you ain't the best of the best, you ain't gonna play. That's just what it is at any level.
Any level.
And literally, if you trying to go up, like he said, you gotta have the accolades, you gotta have the accomplishments, you gotta be able to show what separates you from everybody else on your level.
Like Angel, what is it like for you in club? Like,
It's
especially being the only like women's rugby team at your school and you're playing against MAC, competition. Do you see people want to play for other teams? Like, how does that kind of work on your end?
kind of different just because like no one's necessarily like getting a scholarship to play. Most of the people are playing just for the love of the sport. And like if somebody wanted to transfer, that would be kind of like completely like just withdrawing from the university, like just kind of going to the different school. But when it comes to actually like playing at like higher levels, going to like national tournaments and things like that, we have to like get together, put in our film. And like a lot of like the people that actually want us on those specific teams, they come to like a lot of our games and stuff and try to get in contact with us, but we have to put that film out there. Like if someone wants to like kind of go to the next level, they have to do that themselves. And like we're there, teams here to help, but like it's like mainly you got to do what you have to do to get to that next point in a sense. But it's not really like the NIA D1 type of thing, but it's it's not really like that. Yeah.
So would y'all say it's definitely like more the individuals like wants and needs being fulfilled to perform better, to go to that next level compared to like the team mentality?
It's your fulfillment on what you want, but you gotta fit the system. You gotta be able to. You gotta have the talents, but they're gonna look at you see if your talents fit what they got in their system because it's their system. Any position on what you do, are you able to adjust, change, and all that is like you got to fit their scheme on what they do because my team, we don't backpedal, so he don't really look for dudes that backpedal. He look for dudes that's able to make a play on the
Or
ball. You know what I'm saying? That's go that run as long as you flying around attacking, you fit the system at my school. Just overall, that's just what it is.
you could be good, but your team can be bad, which can make you look not as like good. Like if you're good on a winning team, you look better. Like that's just how it. If you the best player on the team and y'all bad, like okay, you good, but like y'all still not winning. So you don't have a winning culture. You don't know what it's like to win. You just know what it's like to fill up the stat sheet. Like you just you get yours and you get out. Like and it may not be like that, but that's just how it's gonna look from the outside looking in. Because some coaches don't even watch film. Some coaches like JUCO, like they don't watch JUCO film. They go to the stat sheet and look at the stat sheet. What you got? They lost 45-21, but you had 2 picks. Okay, like but y'all losing. Like you're not changing the game. You're not being a game changer. So the ones that's helping change the game and helping win games, like you'll go farther because like
If your team's not like in the best situation, they're not going to necessarily look at you, even like for like those national teams and things like that for rugby. But like if you have a solid team, they're going to look a little bit more it's kind of similar.
Like being that best player on the team or even just being the best for yourself with a winning team. We're gonna kind of switch gears to NIL. Name is image and likeness. And I'd love to hear from you guys what you guys think about NIL, now that you can get paid for it. I personally think it's a good thing for athletes, but it's definitely hard for, people who are not Division One. And even with Division One schools, you could be the best on the team and you're not, always getting that offer that you want. So just really curious to see what you guys are thinking, what your experience has been with NIL or even just branding in general.
NIL. I think NIL is good. Like I love it. Like I wasn't able to get NIL just because the school I'm at is not it's a D1, but it's not a big D1. We don't get a lot of funds, and they just now starting to kick off like NIL programs like so I'm not playing no more. But I do believe that it is taking over as far as the money situation because now the players that are coming out I met players that came here and the first thing they talking about is money. Like yes, I understand you want to get paid for what you do, but yet you haven't done nothing on the field. So I don't know if I can pay you what you want. And in my mind, I can go grab somebody like Zay Will and he'll come in and he just want to play ball. Like he want to play D1 football. I done been in that level. I just want to play ball. I told the coach, I don't care about the money. I said, money gonna come, just put me on the field. I want to play. It's players like that, and it's players like that came from higher D1s that got to go down because they either not producing grades, a lot of things going in that factor, and they like, okay, like I was getting this much time, I was cool, so I'm expecting the same thing. Well, it's not. That's not gonna happen. So like, well, I think what Deion Sanders is doing with having the players he's finding his players. So like, I know you getting 3 mil. You my starting quarterback. I know how much you're making. So if you late to practice, that's 2,500 right there. Like if you late to treatment, that's 3 bands right there. Like you're gonna have to start that NIL. You're gonna have to be on time for everything. If I'm paying you to be there or paying you to be on the team, I need you on time for everything. I need you at practice. You better not miss nothing. Grades, not better not just slip in. You getting paid. This is your job. Like so, I think it's a good and a bad thing. I just depend on who.
I agree with him. I like how some of the schools got the like the clauses and stuff like that, or written down things on them not being able to leave and things like that. I agree with the Dion part too, because it's just like you said, like we've been saying, it's a business, and if you late, like how you my best player, I'm paying you this much, and you late, like I just couldn't do that. Like you being late and your grades slipping, that just don't help me. But then like he was saying about the loyalty, also like dudes jumping. I feel like dudes that's jumping left and right. Some dudes have a good reason because coaches is jumping. Some of the coaches jump. So I feel like the ruling go, if your head coach leave or get fired, I understand you can leave. That's just reasonable things. But the dudes that can't sit there and grind it out or want more money, like the quarterback Nico. I think that's what his
Oh
name is.
yeah, from
Yeah,
Tennessee.
yeah, like doing things like that right there, like that the money hungry on that part of the end is the bad part, which makes it worse because it's just like, are you here to play ball or are you here to just make sure you got enough money for you? Because money, what's his name, struggling? Everybody, dudes in the NBA and all that struggling from what they made when they was in the league. So the money not going to be there forever. So you might as well play until the last bit of your body can to make the most out of it.
Don't have NIL, but like I can agree with like especially for like D1 athletes or even like in that lower level, like there should be like some type of loyalty to the team if you're gonna pay them. Like I feel like it is like in a sense it is a business. You want to stay loyal to that team, get that development. And like I guess for like club sports, it is kind of different. Like we have to find a way to make our own money in a sense to keep the club moving. So whether that's like fundraisers, things like that. I mean, it would be nice to get like a little bit of money to make sure we have the right equipment to train with and stuff like that to make sure we can produce and like get exposure for the school to go to like other tournaments across the nation. That would be nice, but like I guess since it's club, we can't really get that. So I mean, would it be nice for sure? But like at the end of the day, like it is just club.
Do you guys think the facilities are like up to the standard that they should be? Are you guys getting what you need out of these programs, or do you think there's still room for improvement?
We use a porta potty to practice, so like it's rough out here. It's rough out here, but I mean, it would be nice. We are like slowly but surely getting the equipment that we need, at least for the club team. But like, it is different level per level for sure.
Every level has room to grow as far as like equip, whether it's the kind of turf you want or like the locker room or the weight room or anything like that. Like giving like allowing them to use the restroom, like assuring a better bathroom and not a porta potty, or like having field time because there's other sports. You got soccer, you got sometimes baseball, track, whatever it may be on the field. They might have to find like build another field for just soccer or just for rugby or just for football, and being able to have that was like okay, like or even set a set schedule where they can have the time flowing and flowing. So I feel like it's or like I feel like it's just like it's always room to improve no matter where you what level you are because some
Course. You go win games or go lose games, but you can't blame it on equipment because you're still out there. You got the opportunity to get better there. You gotta just find a way. So even if the equipment's bad and things like that, like we still got buckets here. You know what I'm saying? You got to deal with what you got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody go have the best of the best things. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta work, like he said, slowly go get better overall because you gotta eventually do it. But until then, you gotta work with what you got.
when you start winning, things start happening because people start to notice you. So it's like different sports like coming like here we finna get new turf. I mean we just 2 seasons, 3 seasons ago they haven't won a game in 10 years. Like at my new school, so it's like so they getting new turf and we getting new jerseys. Like stuff is starting to happen slowly but surely once you once you start to see that, okay, we are developing, we are growing, we're moving in the right direction. So once they start seeing that, people will start investing in and starting like, okay, like I can see like what he's doing here. He's building something, and they'll take the time and they'll take the money and belief in what you're doing, and they'll follow behind.
Even like with the club level, when we were winning like last season, we got new equipment. We were able to do a lot of new stuff, get some new stuff for the team, make sure we got some team members down to the tournament. Like when you win, the people, even from the outside, will see that and they'll give you the money that you need to strive and succeed as a team, which is really, really nice.
What do you guys think is really the next steps for these young athletes who are in high school looking to get recruited or wanting to join a team in college? And they feel that they may be disadvantaged but have these big goals and hopes. And I think finance is a big thing with that too, right? Like they get to college and we're talking about NIL, but you guys aren't even making NIL. Like they can't even make anything off of that, and all they want to do is play the sport that they love. But they're coming from such, hard backgrounds.
I say worry about the program also, like if the team's good and things like that, yes, but just see like how much you could get overall that's going to help you benefit. Because I got dudes, Jay Rich also, I got dudes like it's about like everybody in the defensive back room other than a few of us. Most of them's from Georgia. They come from far away. Some just have different everybody got different financial struggles, you know what I'm saying? So like I feel like it's always about you gotta do what's best for you first, then what's best for, you know what I'm saying, the team, like just financial wise, and just be appreciative for the opportunity because not everybody's given the same opportunities. I wasn't given the same opportunities of I was in the city for 2 years and I was like well, none of us was getting looked at. We was shooting Texas to coaches and things like that, but it was like you just had to make I had to make that switch. And I was like one of the only ones that wanted to make that switch and had to transfer to another school that was still close by. So I still supported them all from the far, still got the gear and all that, you know what I'm saying? But being able to know that you just got changed for the benefits of you financially.
They say just making sure you put yourself out there first, making sure like you're doing what is the best for you, and just honestly just doing it in a professional manner. Try to get those connections, whether that's on LinkedIn or something like that. Just getting those connections somehow. I don't know, somehow, some way, wherever that is. Just making sure you have those connections to build those relationships with those people.
Time last year, I didn't know I was still in Georgetown trying to figure out. I had just entered the draft actually, and I had found out that I was getting an extra year. And when I found that out, like I know I couldn't go back to Georgetown. I had to go to Division One. So like it was either like D1 or done. And that's what the mindset for most high schoolers are. Like they only think about D1. Like, and it's like it's more levels than D1. Like I went to a JUCO where I had a person that went to my JUCO playing in the Super Bowl. Like I had somebody that like NAIA. We got people that's D1. Like we got people that's moving on. That's had chances and had pro days. Like shout out Chad Holleran. So it's like you can make it. It's just whatever you put in. So
I really appreciate everything that you guys had to say, especially as things are changing and you guys are literally the game changers themselves, have been through this and get to continue to uplift, the young individuals who look up to you guys and all that you're doing. So just want to say thank you so much for joining today.
You're welcome.
appreciate it. Thank you
Thanks
for
for the
having me.
opportunity.
Having us.
Best.